What if the reason you keep waking up at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, unable to drift back off, has less to do with your age than with what's on your plate at dinner? Most people over 60 have been told that bad sleep is just part of getting older, something you have to accept. But that's not the whole truth. As we age, our bodies make less of the natural chemicals that help us fall and stay asleep, and certain everyday foods can gently help replace exactly what's missing. Tonight, I'm going to count down 7 real foods, backed by real science, that support deeper, more restful sleep after 60 from number 7 all the way to number 1. And number 1 is the single most studied natural sleep food there is. Most people have it sitting in their kitchen and have no idea what it can do. I'm Dr. Patterson. Let's get you a better night's sleep. Intro/comment bait. Before we start, do me a favor. Drop a comment and tell me 2 things. How old you are and what your sleep looks like right now. Is it trouble falling asleep or waking up in the middle of the night and not getting back down? I read every comment, and your answers help me decide what to cover next. Now, one honest promise before we begin. Food is not a sleeping pill. What we're talking about tonight is gently supporting your body's own sleep chemistry, night after night, small, real, and safe. If you have chronic insomnia, loud snoring, or you stop breathing in your sleep, please see your doctor because those need real attention. But for the everyday restlessness that comes with age, these 7 foods can genuinely help. Let's begin. Number 7. A small bowl of oats. Coming in at number 7, and it's not just for breakfast. A small bowl of plain oats in the evening. Here's why it works. Oats are one of the few foods that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep, and our own melatonin production drops noticeably as we age. Oats also give you magnesium and a slow, steady kind of carbohydrate. That gentle carbohydrate matters because it helps the calming amino acid in your food, tryptophan, reach your brain more easily. How to use it? Keep it small, half a cup, warm, plain, about an hour before bed. Not a giant bowl, because a heavy meal late at night backfires, especially after 60 when reflux becomes more common. For a pairing, add a few sliced almonds or a spoon of ground flaxseed, warm, simple, and calming, a quiet signal to your body that the day is winding down. Number 6. Imbantin autim a banana. At number 6, one of the simplest and most affordable, a plain banana. Bananas are quietly perfect for older bodies at night for one big reason: magnesium and potassium. These 2 minerals help your muscles relax, and low levels are linked to those nighttime leg cramps and that restless, can't get comfortable feeling that pulls so many older adults out of sleep. Bananas also carry a little natural tryptophan and vitamin B6, which your body uses to make its own calming, sleep-supporting chemicals. How to use it? Half a banana about an hour before bed is plenty. For a pairing, a small spoon of nut butter with it adds a bit of protein and slows digestion, so you're not spiking and crashing overnight. Cheap, gentle, and easy on the stomach. Number 5. A small handful of almonds. Number 5. A small handful of almonds. Almonds are one of the best food sources of magnesium, and here's why that matters so much after 60. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system and quiet the wired but tired feeling that keeps your mind racing at bedtime. And magnesium is one of the minerals older adults most often run low on, partly because we absorb less of it as we age. Low magnesium is genuinely linked to poorer, lighter sleep. Almonds also contain a small amount of natural melatonin. How to use it? A small handful, about 10 to 12 almonds, in the evening. Keep it modest. Nuts are rich, and a big portion late at night is heavy. And an honest note, get your magnesium from food first. Magnesium supplements can interact with certain medications and upset your stomach, so if you're thinking of pills, talk to your doctor. The almonds themselves, completely safe and genuinely helpful. Number 4. Warm milk or a small cup of Greek yogurt. At number 4 is the one your grandmother was right about all along: warm milk, or its modern cousin, a small cup of plain Greek yogurt. Now let me be honest about this one, because the truth is more interesting than the myth. Milk contains tryptophan and calcium actually helps your brain use tryptophan to make melatonin. That part is real, but there's a second thing happening that's just as powerful: the ritual. Warming a cup of milk, sitting quietly, sipping it slowly with no screen in your hand, that calm, consistent wind-down routine is one of the most reliable ways to tell your body it's safe to sleep. The food and the ritual work together. How to use it: a small warm cup about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Greek yogurt is a great option too. Its slow-digesting protein keeps you steady through the night. For a pairing, a light sprinkle of cinnamon or a few tart cherries turns it into something you'll look forward to. Mid-video engagement. Now we're into the top 3, the foods with the strongest science behind them. Before I go on, if this is genuinely useful to you, hit the like button and subscribe. This channel is entirely for people who want honest, practical health information as they age. No hype, no fairy tales. Your support is what keeps these videos coming. Thank you. Because the next 3 are where the research really gets strong. Number 3, fatty fish like salmon at dinner. Coming in at number 3, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, or mackerel, earlier in the evening. Here's the science, and it's solid. Fatty fish delivers 2 things your sleep depends on: omega-3 fats and vitamin D. Together, these support your body's production of serotonin, the calming chemical that your brain then converts into melatonin at night. And here's the part that matters for older adults specifically. Many people over 60 are low in vitamin D, and that shortfall is linked to poorer sleep. Fatty fish helps close that gap in a way few other foods do. How to use it: have it as part of dinner, not a late-night snack. Fish is a full food, best eaten a few hours before bed, so digestion is done by the time you lie down. 2 or 3 servings a week is a realistic, powerful habit. One honest caution: if you take blood thinners, keep it to normal food portions and check with your doctor before taking fish oil supplements, because concentrated supplements are a different story than a piece of salmon on your plate. Number 2, kiwi fruit. At number 2, and this one surprises almost everyone, the humble kiwi fruit. Kiwi doesn't look like a sleep food, but it's one of the most interesting ones we have. Research on adults with sleep trouble found that eating kiwi fruit about an hour before bed was associated with falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. Why? Kiwi is rich in serotonin and in antioxidants and folate, a combination that appears to gently support the body's natural sleep signals. And it's light, low in calories, and easy on the stomach, which makes it close to ideal for a late evening snack after 60. How to use it: 1 or 2 kiwis, peeled, about an hour before bed. That's it. For a pairing, a few of them alongside that small cup of yogurt from number 4 makes a genuinely effective little bedtime combination. Simple, affordable, and backed by real research. Number 1, tart cherries. And now, number 1, the single most studied natural sleep food there is. Tart cherries, either as whole cherries or a small glass of tart cherry juice. Here's why they earn the top spot. Tart cherries are one of the very few foods that are a natural source of melatonin itself, the exact hormone your body makes less of as you age. On top of that, they're loaded with anti-inflammatory antioxidants called anthocyanins, and that matters more than most people realize, because low-grade inflammation is one of the quiet reasons sleep gets lighter and more broken with age. So, tart cherries work on 2 fronts at once. They add a little melatonin, and they calm the inflammation that's fragmenting your sleep. Research on older adults has genuinely found that tart cherry juice can improve sleep, which is exactly why it sits at number 1. How to use it: a small glass of tart cherry juice or a handful of tart cherries about an hour before bed. One honest caveat, because I always tell you the truth. Cherry juice contains natural sugar, so if you're managing diabetes, keep the portion small, choose whole cherries when you can, or check with your doctor about the right amount for you. Used sensibly, this is the closest thing to a natural sleep aid you'll find in the produce aisle. So there you have it. 7 real foods, real science, no fairy tales: oats, bananas, almonds, warm milk, fatty fish, kiwi, and tart cherries at number 1. You don't need all 7. Pick 2 or 3 that appeal to you, keep the portions small, eat them about an hour before bed, and give it a couple of weeks. Consistency is where the real magic is. And remember the golden rule for sleep after 60, small and early beats, big and late. A light, calming snack helps. A heavy midnight meal hurts. If this gave you something you can actually use tonight, let me know in the comments which food you're going to try first, hit subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you honest, practical health guidance for these wonderful years. I'm Dr. Patterson. Sleep well tonight.